Yeah, let's roll. All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd like to start this episode off with a compare and contrast. Kevin, please show us your t-shirt. Okay.
That's the anime.
Or is that One Punch Man?
Now, Matt, show
It's
us,
all of them.
show us your t-shirt.
There we go.
And
Uh-huh.
Terrence,
What?
show us your t-shirt.
Flowers.
Which one is the most anime t-shirt on the show right now?
It's flowers.
Terrence. Terrence.
Dragon and flower. Are they dragon flowers?
They're
Like
just
dragon-
flowers.
Oh wow.
They're peonies.
Yeah.
Well,
Your
my
mom's a
grand-
peony.
This is,
my grandmother had what she called a moo in that same pattern as Terrence's shirt, and I can't stop looking at it.
Now, I do have to come back to what Kevin said, as that's all of them. That's not all the animated
No, all the
dragons.
ones
Yes,
that
it
were
is.
mentioned right there. It's One
There's
Punch
no more
Man.
anime.
It's
That's it.
Eren Yeager. It's, all of the current running ones that I watch.
This is a bootleg T-shirt that they did not pony up the money to get all these licenses
Yeah,
for.
I'm sure they didn't.
Yeah, I saw Deku. I saw
I think that's also
Saitama.
a jump. I think
I didn't know what isekai was until Frakes kept bringing it up, and now when I see an anime that says that, I'm just going, "Oh, that's one of those that Frakes would like that I wouldn't."
I don't care how trash an anime is. If it's an isekai, I fucking love it.
Yeah, well, there's a
Dude
new
dies at the beginning, wakes up in another world. Fuck yeah, that's my dream.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
To die?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
To answer
It's where
Terrence, yes.
the truck comes and hits them. They're like, oh no, truck-kun. Not again.
that's
truck.
that's if anybody says get isekai, that means get hit by a truck.
Mm.
Mhm.
So Gage from
Opie.
Pet Cemetery got
Opie.
isekai in.
No fair.
Hopefully-
is it always a truck?
It's not
No,
always
it's
a
not
truck,
always a
but
truck.
it's
Oh,
it's a
okay.
truck a lot of the time.
Sometimes
Like,
sometimes it's a staircase. Sometimes
Gage
it's a
By
random
a
slasher.
staircase?
it's like that, it starts off with like people being happy, and then somebody gets fucking whammed by a truck.
Fucking
And then-
dead.
And then they wake up in a totally different world where they're like the one Will used to talk about all the time, where he's reincarnated as a slime.
Yes, that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's the name of the anime.
Yes.
Or
yeah.
the one with like
Shows
cell
have
phones.
obnoxiously long names.
It's like
There's Legend of the Shield Heroes and Isekai.
Rising of the Shield Hero.
Sorry. Rising
If
of
you're
the
gonna
Shield
talk
Hero.
about it, talk about that shit
Get
right.
it right.
It's like Jeb came in here.
Is-
Spin that real quick.
It's been a while since I watched it. What about Is It Wrong to Hit on Girls in Dungeons?
No, that is not Isekai. He just lives in that world.
Okay.
And is it wrong to pick up a girl in a dungeon? Now, Uncle
Another one, trapped in
Isekai.
another
Is
world
it-
with my cell phone.
Yep, trapped in another world with my cell phone. Don't you love her mom and her 2-hit combo?
It's Do You Love Your Mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks. Please.
Thank you. Thank
Get it
you.
right.
You gotta get it right. You gotta get it
I
right.
haven't seen it in a very long time because it's full of incest.
Ooh.
What was that one
Yes.
again?
Don't you
There's
love
a
your
clip.
mom?
There's a
and
clip.
her
Right here. There's a clip.
Multi-hit, multi-target combo something.
I finally got noob involved in the conversation.
That's an incest reference? I don't
Titles of
It's
Isekai.
hinted at.
Titles of Isekai are like 2000 indie band song names.
They're very long, usually. Yeah.
There are no penguins in Alaska is a song title from a band.
Yeah.
Just
Not bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, it's factually accurate too.
I don't know. It seems like they could swing
Penguins
them
are
if
in
they wanted to.
Antarctica and the North Pole.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
There's
Well,
not any in
take it.
Alaska.
No, there's puffins in Alaska.
What?
Puffins.
I mean,
Say it again.
couldn't someone that lives in
Sounds like a
Alaska have a
sandwich
pet
from
penguin and
Darktown.
it would be okay?
Huh?
Someone
What?
that lived in Alaska could have a pet penguin and it would live there just fine.
So you're just making hypotheticals up to try and win.
All hypotheticals are made up.
In the Alaska
and the guy is a
State
penguin.
Zoo, they have a display of penguins.
There you go.
And that's it.
Penguins in Alaska.
Yeah, that means penguins also live in this beautiful, cool state of South Carolina.
Yes.
So what they
Wow.
should have, what the title of the song should have been, is there are no wild penguins living in Alaska.
Yes. I mean, why cut it short?
Yeah. What was I wrestled a bear once.
Oh, I wrestled a bear once. It's great.
Yeah.
What do you call them for
That's a
short?
band, right?
Iwabo.
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 Yeah, Iwabo.
Yeah.
It's
I wobble.
a melodic heavy metal band.
My brain's too dead to do the no wild penguins live in Alaska. What's that? What's that one?
No, that was the name of the song. Not
I
the
know,
name of the
but like
band,
Iwabo.
There's not enough vowels in between consonants
You
for that
make
to
it
actually
happen,
make a
you
word.
lazy bitch. You do it.
TNP.
P? No. NWP LA. How were you anagramming shit?
Yes, he was asking for the anagram of "There are no penguins in Alaska." He was talking
Wild
about Iwabo.
penguins.
What's the
Wild
Iwabo?
penguins.
What the fuck is
for "There are
going
no
on?
penguins
I don't
in
know.
It's the level of confidence Kevin had when he did it. He stood up straight. I got it.
TNP.
P? No. NW.
It was wrong. Oh, thank you.
Oh God.
That's what I do best. I do wrong proudly.
I do this show for that moment.
For the record, I think he actually was right. He started with T, and I heard P, so I just jumped his shit.
Did you
I
write it
heard
down?
P also.
I jumped his shit because it's Kevin, and that's my favorite thing to do.
It's not that the letters were wrong. He was just saying the letters. That's not a wabo. That's just the alphabet out of sync. And he was just so doing it.
Well, I was trying to put the letters together out loud
Yeah, I know.
and then try and pronounce them was my goal.
Listen, he does math like that. Why wouldn't he do spelling like that?
Our old buddy Jacob texted me today. He's getting caught up on old episodes and he's mad because we're all talking about music he likes and he's not, gaming with us at the table to talk about it anymore. He's also, 6 months behind on the show. So honestly, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what we were talking about that he's bringing up in reference, but
I would put my money on Danzig.
maybe.
Like that was really early on.
Yeah, I think Christmas of last year, we might have talked about Gwar for a minute, and he's very upset he wasn't a part of that conversation.
Speaking of, War and Necrogoblicon are coming to within 2 hours of where I live. Anybody want to go?
No.
No.
Is
I
that
really
still
don't
in
wanna see
Florida?
more.
Isn't that like
Yeah,
6
sort of,
hours from where I live?
It's Orlando.
I've driven to Florida for one show. That was enough.
Yeah,
I'm almost
same.
40, and I've never been to Florida, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Aw.
It was just
I
so
never been to
incredibly
Florida.
hot.
I've never been past Georgia. I'm like, this is south enough.
Who'd you see in Florida?
I went to see my friends open for Manchester Orchestra.
Nice.
Oh.
Well, that's cool.
It sounds prestigious.
It really does.
Wait,
I
Electric
mean-
Light Orchestra.
It wasn't. It
Manchester.
Let me fix that fairy tale real quick. It was not.
It was
see
the
a Ninja Sex Party
sweatiest,
this
the
week.
hottest, sweatiest show I've ever been to. Like I've been to some like sweaty shows, but this one was, yeah. This one was
I
the
It's a dinner
Yeah.
show down there. It's only like 85.
That's not a good descriptor for a show. How was the show last night? That was
Humidity.
sweaty.
I mean, it was humidity. It was sticky. It was everybody is uncomfortable, and we were like sardine packed in there. And there was no like you're trying to get out of here. You're slithering through bodies. Like, so you just stand there, and you're like
a
rocked
squishing noise.
involuntarily by people. But the music was good. But it was just like I was drenched when I left. It was a fucking place the size of our living room and this room put together, and there was like way too many people in there. But we drove 5 hours to see these guys play, so we did, and we were there for the opening band too. So it's like, we were there for the whole thing, sweating.
When I still lived in South Carolina, I came down here to watch Ghost BC, and I decided I was going to wear a suit because I wanted to, I was dressed like one of the ghouls.
Wait, were you at that show?
Yeah.
Nice. Me too.
It was really
Yeah. That was my first
Shit.
concert.
in Jacksonville.
Oh, wait, no. I thought you said Charleston. I'm out of the show. Goodbye.
No, when he lived in
Excuse
Charleston, he went
just
to
eat your
the
hummus.
Ghost BC.
I knew it was in elementary school then.
Yeah.
He was up on his mom's shoulder so he could see the stage.
And that was 2 weeks ago.
She's a strong woman.
She's a burly woman, but
My mom could beat up your mom.
I mean, probably.
Well, I don't know how much meth we're talking.
I want to just say happy Oktoberfest to all our listeners.
Is it October already?
Not even close.
Oktoberfest starts at the end of September and goes through October.
Is it the end of
Yeah.
September already?
It basically is,
Wow.
yeah.
Next week.
I guess this will air. This will air in October.
I gotta pay my internet bill.
Oh.
Oh no.
If you want to continue seeing, what's your name again? Terrence on the show. Send us money.
Please
know.
help him keep his internet on.
We got a big stretch goal coming up on Patreon.
Yeah.
Keep Terrence's internet on.
Yeah.
Secondary stretch goal, me touching my toes.
Third set goal.
I don't think money's going to help you with that problem.
If you put it on my toes, I'll get there. I disagree. Money could get you. I mean, motivation, actually. Yeah, the motivation is the problem.
I money is all the way down there. So just picture the fucking, what was it? The Futurama, my hands can touch anything but themselves. It's just like my hands can't reach it. Oh.
What?
Oh, there's so much shit on this show today that I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Futurama.
It sounds hilarious but I have no frame of reference.
I wasn't laughing at my bad joke. I just looked up at the screen and Matt was laughing, and I knew it was because he was confused, and that made me laugh.
That's because the hippie started kicking in.
Yeah, I was confused at what I said. I don't expect y'all to follow along.
Okay.
Well, 2 weeks ago, I was in a car accident and I lost my Lincoln. And then,
Saddest day.
yeah, very sad. I love that Lincoln. And then a week goes by and I got COVID. Thanks, Mahogany.
You're welcome.
She brought it home. I thought I was immune because I smoke cigarettes. I'm not. It was a horrible COVID week. Yeah.
I bet you saved some money on cigarettes, though, didn't you?
No, I still smoke. Because I was on the phone with Tyler and he's like, dude, you sound like shit. When was the last time you had a cigarette? And I was like, I've smoked 2 since we've been on the phone together.
She is a real American.
Yeah. You can hear it. That's winning. And then what was it today? I went back to work for the first time in a week. And they were testing the speakers out at work. The sound system, and it was the guy was jamming, I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. And I was just like, man, terrible things do happen in threes.
It feels okay.
That song's dog shit, and I hate it.
It probably wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
It still would be. It's terrible. It's a garbage song.
It's not near as long as Freebird or Simple Man.
Which are both good songs.
They are?
Yes.
They're better than the one I just talked about.
I stand by what I said.
Okay. Well, I mean, we all like extremely long, terrible songs of some kind or other.
Inagata Devita.
Not that one. Nobody likes that one, but
Oh, God. Remember finding out how long that song actually is? You hear it not on the radio for the first time?
What song?
You know what I'm talking about, Noob?
Iron Butterfly.
Wasn't that perfect rendition enough to let you know?
That was pretty
No,
close.
it's a song that they recorded that they were so messed up they were actually singing in the Garden of Eden. But they were so drunk that they slurred it so badly it turned into Anagata Devita.
Is that true?
I don't know.
True.
Yes.
The stuff Kevin says, I think it's just shit he heard in the bathroom when he was at high school, and he's just been repeating since then.
Well, you have to keep in mind, the internet is new to Kevin. Like he was old before the internet was actually strong, so most of his information came from like his cousin's brother.
Before the internet came out.
Kevin's only 5 years older than me.
Yeah, you were old too, Terrence.
So he was a fully developed adult before the internet came out.
Yeah, I was watching girls shit in cups since I was like 8 years old, losers.
And then I got
Thanks,
the internet.
Two girls, one cup.
Yay.
Classic video. Meat spin, lemon party. One
Lemon
jar.
party.
What's for dinner?
Here's a clip.
No.
No.
You can't. Believe it or not, YouTube has standards, and that doesn't meet them.
I know this one guy, and he only owns one jar, but he's got a great trick.
Oh,
No, he doesn't. He's dead.
he's not dead.
He's not dead?
No, that's a myth. He survived that ordeal.
And then he uploaded it anyway.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, wouldn't you?
No. No.
Look, he could be famous without his. He can still go to a grocery store. Nobody's gonna be like, "Hey, I recognize that asshole."
I recognize that uncircumcised wiener.
You have a wait. Well, you look familiar. Do you have a massive jagged glass scar on your back?
Show me your squats. Just show me one squat. I can pinpoint who you are.
So
Go
much
see,
blood.
go
came
see
out of
for
him.
me. I need to check something.
So much blood.
Don't know what you're talking about. I don't
It's
want
fine.
to.
It's as you
You don't really need to. It's
You don't.
you live
Yeah.
your entire life not knowing it. And be
So there's
happy.
this guy with a jar.
Hey,
This is where I play a little.
That's all she needed. Hey, she pulled out the teacher voice on that shit.
She should. That's something you don't want to watch.
Yeah, it's been 30 minutes since we started recording, and we have yet to even talk about what game we're playing or touch a dice or
Oh, here, hold on.
anything.
It's in the title and stuff for the video, so.
What were we doing like 8 weeks ago when we last played?
Oh, everyone but
Wait a
Nim
minute.
was about to be murdered by demons.
No, it wasn't. I teleported to a safe location.
I
Said
said everybody
everyone but.
Nim.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
I don't remember that at all.
Octopuses coming from octopeds, coming from downstairs, demons coming from downstairs in the tower.
Hey,
of
and that
light.
pit does stay there. It's not. I don't have to concentrate to maintain it. It stays there for the full 11 rounds.
Also, I'm just imagining the land octopuses from Elden Ring. Is that right, Toker? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah,
I got you.
I have not played that game yet.
I did
Wait,
not.
Steam sale.
I'm sorry,
One
loser.
person got the reference.
I didn't know that that's where I was pulling them from until you brought it up.
Yeah.
Well.
They're like weird octopus things that are stretchy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
Got a
you were
beak.
just pulling it straight out of the monster manual.
No.
I'm sorry, bestiary.
No.
This is Pathfinder.
Yeah, a completely different game.
Yeah.
so I have a question about the map, basically, I guess.
Oh, it's magical and it helps Dora find stuff. What?
It's
I get it. I get
illustrative.
the reference.
Very illustrative.
What's the question about the map?
I don't know. Are we gonna look at it?
I don't.
Are we done with it?
We might be done with it.
Oh, okay. Well
Not
then,
done with
nothing.
it. We have to see everybody get murdered by the demons.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the map just to
murder people?
murder everyone because there's
Would you rather do it narratistically? Narratively?
I'm not gonna
Everybody
get
except for
murdered.
me has
loser.
got to re-roll their character.
Yeah, y'all didn't make a backup character?
Nope.
Well, there's a bunch of superhero characters who've been working.
I've
just gonna
got
bring
like
Cullen back
10.
since
And technically, this is a compatible system.
I've got about 10 backup characters.
I mean, Toker did just make a paladin.
I
I
barely.
just make the same character over and over. So
I have not even completed this character. What in the world makes you think I rolled up a backup character?
I don't think you did the math for your backup character, but I believe that the idea is there.
Goblin Cavalier, who only casts range touch chat spells.
Burning
Those
hands.
Cavalier
Or burning
type
disarm.
Cast spells.
Now, I'm not going to use Burning Disarm anymore because you broke my favorite toy.
So when we last left off,
yep,
Ignore
exactly.
that whining.
Never going to let that go. Ever.
you guys were battling in the tower.
Nice pussy.
Demons were making their way up from the bottom floors. You discovered because the Dark Lady, the dark half of Flamatsa, had gone down there and basically created her extra dimensional ritual space, and it threw the balance off, and the cracks formed, and those evil gods were able to send whatever these things are you're fighting up, knocking some of the demonic octopi back for a while. You're able to approach the God Rock, the construct creature in the center who maintains the balance of both good and evil here in this temple to the gods. And I believe he gave Dr. Pox the piece, or did he handed it to Nim?
Yes. No, I got the knowledge of who the Dark Lady is and what she's done, and then the token.
Mm-hmm. Which, is a way for another extra dimensional space to be created in the upper half of the tower to restore the balance. None of the party here wanting to sacrifice themselves yet again to make a new character. Nim, at the advice of Sonder, I believe, teleported to the Glade.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we left off, as more of these demonic forces were making their way out from the bottom layers. Vladros, you were frontline fighter in that. Towards the end of that, the pit that Nim graciously created in front of you is now full of demon carcasses, to the point where more of them are either able to slip and slide over towards your spinning blade. Give me a reflex save.
Natural one.
Okay.
For a 12?
Natural ones. had to be you.
Right off the rip.
Yeah, it's the first dice I've rolled in 2 weeks. You think it's going to be a good one?
Give me a fortitude save.
I'm going to change dice.
No.
I practice roll every day I'm not gaming. That way, the luck stays even.
That's a 28.
Okay. And then give me a will save.
16.
Okay.
Unless this is versus fear?
No. As the
Versus the DM.
as the demons make their way up, your reflexes begin to slow, and they start to get past your guard. You're strong enough to stay in the fight, but you're not able to hold them back very well. Your will begins to falter. Nim, you step through the teleporter, or your teleportation spell, and you're at the glade. The giant rocks with the creek out the front. you're familiar with how to move the runes on the stone to open your path to enter. To the left of the stones is a familiar shape. Master Task is there. He's sitting cross-legged, his eyes closed, and just as your spell dissipates, his eyes slowly open. Dorian, give me a reflex save. With your mic on.
Me? All right. Let's see.
You are next in line.
Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty good. So that's a total of scroll up. Oh, Jesus. Scroll up more. There you go. I rolled a 19 for a 29.
And then
this
a
is with
fortitude.
your 11th level reflex save, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a fortitude.
This is going to be less good, but only by 3. So 26.
And a will save.
You're just trying to kill me. That's what this is. You just better make me roll every save. Let's see. So 15 plus 8. 23.
Your reflex is sharp as ever. Your stamina behind you, where Vladros is beginning to lose footing and back away, his will slowly breaking and his speed reduced. You're able to pick up the slack. More and more demons are making their way through. Different types of demons now. It's not just the octopod demons that you were fighting before. Now, from the shadows above you and flooding into the room are winged demons. Demons that the other party may have to deal with. Nim, what do you do? And you see Taz sitting there.
Well, I guess I'm startled a little bit, but I'll, address him, just Master Task.
Yes, grave times here. He stands, and as he steps out of the shadow, you can see that there's an eye patch over one of his eyes.
What? Why are you here and not in the city?
The same reason you're here. Let's get this done.
Okay. I guess I'll finish putting the runes in and open the path.
The path opens, and the familiar calming scents of the glade waft out, and you and Tass begin to make your way down the short tunnel. Amun.
Present.
Reflex.
All right. That's my good stat. Actually, ain't bad. Reflex. No, that's 18.
Okay. Fortitude.
That's my good stat. Hey, nat 20 for 30.
And will save.
Hey, that's my good stat. Not as good, but actually 18 again. No, 19. Sorry, 19.
Okay. You're a tower of defense with these flying creatures. Your whip is lashing out and catching one with almost every swing, but you're not going quite fast enough to stop the whole tide. However, the blows that get through to your armor have basically no effect. You feel empowered by some strange force, and your will is holding. Now, you get towards the end of that tunnel that you've been down a few times now, and you can see the light. You see the familiar tree, the glade. At its roots, you can see the glade herself sitting there. Just a few strands of the tree she was once completely entombed in still cling to her body. She looks up and smiles, and then looks to your left and sees Task, and her smile dims just a little. She stands, those last few strands of the tree falling off at her back, and she goes, "It's the time we've talked about, young Task?" And he says, "I believe it is," in kind of a raspy, sad voice. Dr. Pox, give me a reflex save.
He's lying.
Reflex, all right. 19.
Fortitude.
22.
And will.
15.
Your bombs are going off. You're throwing them left and right, somehow magically keeping the explosions from hurting your teammates or affecting the God Rock as the creatures are getting closer to him too. The few blows that get through, you're able to hang on, but you can tell this is a losing fight, and your will begins to break. Now back to you. The Glade walks closer. She's walking now, and she holds out both hands like a cup to grasp water. You've brought me something, young wizard.
Yeah, I'll take out the orb, kind of what it was, kind of orb shaped thing.
Piece of the God Rock.
Right. Take that out and lay it in her hands, and I'll say, do you understand what's going on? Or do I need to share the knowledge I've gained?
I know what this means. He was the first. He was the first to land here. He was the negotiator between the gods. The world that I created was mostly to him, and he sacrificed a lot of his power to keep this place as it is. And then she looks down at Task and goes, "Are you sure this is how you want it to be?" And he begins to nod. Sandra, give me a reflex save.
Well,
Oh, give me a fortitude.
it's not a poison or disease, so that is 18.
And a will save.
Natural 20 for 30, 31 if it's mind affecting.
You can see that the demons are beginning to flood over your friends. You were the furthest back from the fight up the staircase. As the demons make their way up the steps and from the ceiling above you, your sword arm grows weak and weary as the flames on it begin to spurt and sputter. Your fortitude is swiftly draining. With a spark, close your eyes and a quick prayer, you feel a warmth at your back. There's a bright light. The demons begin to push away from you. Nim, as she's holding the God Rock, she looks over to Task and goes, "You've been a guardian for so long. Are you sure?" And he goes, "Just keep this safe." And he hands her a strange small orb. And she hands him the God Rock. And he turns to you and says, "Lead us back. I'll need my power for other things." And he takes your hand.
Is the Glade not coming with us?
If she was to go there, our options would be limited. She'd be off the field.
So then you plan to take her place?
I do. What I've been keeping protected, she will hold now.
I will turn back to her because I don't know if she does or not, but I'll just tell her because I know time is precious right now. But I will tell her that Cromwell never betrayed you.
With that, her eyes widen. What did you say?
I would just say that you were both betrayed.
She looks at the orb in her hand. She clutches it tightly to her heart. She goes, I hope you're correct.
I've seen it.
Please return as soon as you can. Is that orb Cromwell?
Start, what?
Said, is that orb Cromwell?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Could be.
But I'll start spinning my staff around, and we will rest up here back pretty much where I left. Right at near the Godstone.
Nim, as you return back, you're not quite where it was you left off, because to land where you were, there'd be a flood of bodies you would merge with. You're closer to the God Rock inside the temple. You can't see Vladros or Dorian. You can only see bits and pieces of Dr. Pox. Amun out there swarmed with these demons, but his whip still going. But up the staircase, you see a bright light. You see Sonder. You can tell she's extremely weary. And just the moment she's been gone, the bottom of this place has fallen out. The demons have become immeasurable. Through the archway doors that y'all came through, you can see a battle raging outside in the city. It still seems contained to around this tower, but even just this quick look, you can tell that if something doesn't stop these demons soon, there'll be no end to them. Your hand is empty when you look to see that Task isn't standing there anymore. The God Rock turns to look at you and goes, it was almost too long. As he says that, the cracks begin to heal and knit together in this tower. The demons slowly are fading back, and then from Saunders left and right, hound archons of pure, divine radiance rush past her with great swords and other weapons and begin slaying these demons until there's a divide in the middle. Amon's able to get his footing back. You can see Vladros and Dorian still hanging on in the fight as the demons begin to go back. Dr. Pox is looking to make more potions because he's run out in the midst of this fight. And he's just throwing mundane items at demons at this point. But then a bright light goes off from the God Rock. And like a green haze light fills all of your visions. And as it fades, the carnage is over. And you're left wrecked and weary on the floor here at the tower.
And Task is not with me anymore.
He is not.
So who wants a bath? I do.
Me.
Yeah, I'll go around try to check.
I'm running down the
Check
stairs. I'm
everybody
taking the fight to them.
Are you really going down the steps?
No, I'm not. I'm not a fucking maniac.
You see Vladros has just collapsed at the head of the stairs, breathing heavy.
Have Vicio start playing just her little traveler song to kind of lift everyone's spirits a little bit.
Oh, she died in the combat. I'm sorry. Did I gloss over that?
Never leaves my side, dude.
She's gone. Task is your new familiar.
Ah,
God.
What you get for getting his name wrong as a player for so
What
long?
did I used to call him?
Taze.
Hey,
Or Taz.
Or Taz.
Oh,
Anything
Taz.
but Task.
Taze. Oh God.
Test one time. Hey, test.
Oh, that was never funny, but it amused me to annoy you with it.
Right.
let's go visit his temple.
It wasn't funny.
Come on, guys.
I'll while we're kind of licking our wounds, I'll kind of relay what happened in the glade to them, and that that we need to try to get back there. The lady said that we should hurry.
I am not climbing those stairs.
Teleport us there, wizard.
We'll have to be tomorrow and burn up the charges.
Dorian gargles with some brandy and spits it out. Sorry, I got demon blood in my mouth earlier. It's disgusting.
Yeah, you think it's blood?
Well, it came out of their neck. I hope it's blood.
That wasn't its neck.
Oh. Even baby juice.
So, do we have any other further tasks here, or?
He's upstairs. I'll start heading that way.
How would you know?
Well,
Did we not see him come in?
What was the question?
Did we not see Task come in?
Give me a perception check.
All right, I can do that.
Yes, I.
Mine probably was not as good. 16.
30.
Dr. Pox, you would have noticed when Nim showed up, just a ghostly figure in his hand for just a second before it vanished.
Oh wait, I never met Task.
Yeah, so you wouldn't even know who that was.
Well, in that case, till we get the Glade, is she now a god here?
That's what I said. I already kind of filled you guys in on what happened.
No.
I brought Task back, and that but we can go up there and see him, right?
I don't know. I'd never actually visited here beyond delivering.
He's at a shrine. I don't know. I definitely want to go upstairs and just look and see.
Yeah, I'm gonna head that way. Bladros, you need to carry? Need some healing? Need some magic juice in you?
I would not be opposed to a little healing and a piggyback ride up the stairs.
Wait, so I can use unused spells to recharge the staff. That's how it gets recharged. So I could burn some spells and basically recharge it now, right?
Yeah, but then you would have those spells for the day.
And you only get to put back one charge a day.
One charge a day.
Well, we only need to get there, right?
Right, we just need one to get there.
To get where?
Back
To the
Glade.
Glade.
Oh, to the Glade. Yeah. I thought you meant I was like, there's steps that go up the tower. You don't have to teleport.
Oh no, I thought we'd go up there and look, take a peek, get everybody kind of a chance to take a breath, and then but I could burn. I mean, I've got a level 6 spell still, so I could burn that, refill the charge for teleport. And
with the shrine here, does that mean we could easily communicate with the Glade lady from here through?
No, the shrine is to Task.
Right, but all the shrines seem to be pretty magically empowered. I didn't know if there were more direct links to the various deities.
There's not. You would know that there's probably not one to her, because the creation of the Dark Lady's half is what caused the imbalance. So you could talk to her.
Right, but
the Dark Lady half.
Yeah.
Should we go talk to her?
Just run downstairs and just ask her if she's in the mood or has a minute.
Hey, you got a second, ma'am?
Just a sec for us to talk.
Could you stop?
World domination plans.
Just knock it off. Thank you. Cool.
You just knock it off already. We get it. You pissed.
Do you have a second to talk about Cromwell? Just real quick.
He didn't do it. It wasn't his fault. It was a ton of
I am. He's just being.
Why don't we go try this? Have we not?
I mean, I could seriously consider going down there to talk to her.
I don't know
or to pray to her. It could be a lot like the rooms. I mean, Sandra and Amon know that they went into their respective gods' temples. Their gods weren't just hanging out there, but they were able to more easily connect with them through prayer in those extra-dimensional spaces.
Dorian, you're a godless bastard, right?
I suppose, yes.
Yeah, see, it works.
Oh, you're sending me down there. I see. It's fine.
Oh, I would also go. I'm okay with conversing with an evil deity just as much as I am a good one.
So,
let's go visit Task first. Let's go see what he's up to.
I want to go upstairs first, and then we'll talk about maybe going into the depths of the demon spawning.
I just need about 5-10 minutes to catch my breath, and then I will be good to go.
Heal.
Yeah. Icy's singing a little song, so you're not exhausted or anything from your raging And
Maybe take a break.
heal
We're
you up,
not down.
take a breather, drink some water, stay hydrated.
Play with those dice right next to your microphone.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, the whole time.
Yes.
I thought it was Terrence, honestly.
No, it's me. I can't help it. It's like a. It's just
With
like,
Terrence, I can see because he's looking over at that giant jug of them and he's just rolling his fingers in. Matt stares and you see his shoulders move because he's just shaking them
like
left and right in his hand. Can't help it.
You guys
No,
ever
but
stick your
I'm doing
hands
it half
in a
the time.
big bag of rice? It's nice. Reminds me of dice, but not quite.
Because they rhyme.
Rice.
Try it. Get a bucket, put some rice in it, put your hand in it. It's great. Do it.
This idiot.
He's not wrong. Actually, just a
Thank
big
you.
thing of rice.
Thank you.
It feels good. I don't know why.
Thank you, Jesus. Glad
like
you
running your
understand.
hands through it. Like
So
I've never
Yes.
owned that
or
much
cooked
rice at once.
I am the guy that buys the 10-pound bag of rice at the grocery store. That's me.
Mm.
I
You're
went
the
to
one hogging all
Costco
the rice.
specifically for a 40-pound bag of rice.
Rice is awesome.
I can see that. I used
Mahogany
to-
doesn't
used to
like rice,
feed
but I make her
horses
eat
and grains like that.
Eat your grains, Mahogany.
I only care for rice when I feel like it. I generally don't feel like it.
Nope.
And then it's very specific how I would like my rice.
Is it with butter?
Always fried. Fried.
It's
fried.
basically like butter noodles,
Yeah, you could with rice.
but rice. Yeah.
That's fucking fantastic. Throw a little
Mhm.
soy on there. You won't regret it.
Yeah. But I don't want like rice and other stuff. I want rice. If I want rice, that's what I want. That's it.
So rice is good all across the board. Form, yes, I vote for rice. Yeah.
It's fine.
Why the fuck? What? We were in the middle of shit. Why the fuck did we go this way?
And yet, this is the most involved I've felt
Don't get
in
mad.
a little while.
Don't get mad. Frank, you're the one that had to one up everybody with your 40-pound bag of rice Costco story. Don't you? Next day.
Basmati's great. Basmati rice is great.
Basmati's a good brand. You ever have good jasmine rice? It's a good one too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Carolina Gold, not a fan of. It's all right.
Wash your rice.
Carolina
And
Gold, I really enjoy actually.
so you guys have
Different.
decided to go upstairs to task first.
I
Yes.
guess.
Correct. That's correct.
Uncle Ben's is good.
This is the conversation you have on the way up there. For some reason, after a near-death experience, someone just wants to talk about rice. He's like Bubba, but instead of shrimp, it's rice.
This is
Fried
a
rice.
peculiar trauma response. I got to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
What trauma? So anyway, the best way to cook your rice for fried rice is you put on a sheet.
It's the longest walk of any of the gods. It's a new floor. The tower maybe has
Oh.
grown. But much like the rest of y'all or the other times you guys have traversed these towers, there's some types of endurance magic that make the trek not seem arduous. You don't feel like you've climbed that many steps, but you have. And at the very top is a very mundane door. And it just has the number 1 on it in a strange cursive.
Is there an egg emblazoned on the door?
There is now.
I would like an egg in these trying times.
Yeah, walk in. Why not? Open that.
That's a callback.
Episode
Oh, Arnold.
1, baby.
Because Arnold died, right? His dog.
Only in the time that never was,
Okay.
because y'all made time reverse itself.
Okay. So his dog's still alive.
He was probably the orb that I thought was Cromwell.
Oh.
I love these guesses. Who goes
Open
in
the door.
first?
Oh well. Fuck it. Freaky deek.
Can we only go in one at a time?
No, I was just wondering who was the initiator.
Who
I'm not
steps on the
scared of this
trap?
floor.
Yeah, you didn't roll for perception. Give me a fortitude save.
Task, come on.
I'll go in
That
last
works.
like usual.
I worked with you for several years.
I'll
You guys-
go 4.
40 dozen eggs just slap you in the face.
Ow.
As you guys step in, it's the familiar docks from Yarnum. You know you're not actually in Yarnum, though. The distance seems to fade out like an old video game that can't quite show you that much at one time because the graphics aren't good enough.
I get it.
Standing on the dock with Hound, with dog, is indeed Task. He's giving him a pet. You can see at his other foot's a small rat, and then up in the up on one of the boats, you can see a large owl. All these are creatures you've come across before your travels, and maybe deep down you knew that they were connected to him, but you didn't know for sure until now. He turns to you and gives you all a kind of sad smile. We'll figure out why next episode.
Oh, cliffhanger.
Wow.
You gave us a real Stallone there.
Yeah,
Sylvester?
Hopefully he's at peace because he's deserved it.
get that boogie off your nose. You got a cliffhanger. Ah.
What does that have to do with Frank Stallone?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please check us out. Check out our other shows.
You got all the banter at the beginning.
I got nothing else. I'm coughing because I got COVID still. All right, bye.
Bye.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Au revoir.
Stay